Hello, dear friends. It's been a while. Hot minute, hot mess, been a hot year. But we're working on another hot project today. I'm working with Ren and the Decal Edge and a whole bunch of other awesome artists to raise funds for the Lalela project. The Lalela project seeks to provide art tutoring and art supplies to previously disadvantaged communities in South Africa. And I think that based on how creativity and art has helped so many people get through an incredibly difficult year, this is an incredibly worthy cause. So the goal is to raise 15,000 Rand for kids and their creativity. And the way we're going to do this, once I finally learn how to operate string, because, man is at the pinnacle of their power. Yeah, Stevie, you lost the string again. Yeah, okay, no, we're back. So back to my vague sense of dignity. They are providing some of their awesome accessories, which are amazingly made of paper. It's paper products that can't be recycled, that they have upcycled and made into very, very useful accessories. And these accessories are going to be decorated by designers and illustrators and artists all over Cape Town, sent back to Ren, and then sold for the Lalela project. Yes, hope. Dance! Be happy. So anyway, I got really excited about it. I think they're really cool, and I thought I would use carbon ink from Platinum, which I keep in a little baggie because practice safe inking. She said that. And a funny little story, just on a completely side tangent here while I add my ink very, very carefully to a palette, that shortly after recording, my phone may have fallen directly onto and yeeted across the room, spraying permanent pigment ink all over the curtains. The room no longer has curtains, but yeah, whatever. No, nothing bad happened at all. So we're back to the awesome swatching. And basically they make all of their products from these really, really cool like textiles, which have been made from paper. So this is an uncoated version. Once they had all the artists draw on them and art on them hard, they then are going to give it like a nice little coating and make it water resistant as heck. But first, mood. Always have a candle. I don't understand why I'm still alive half the time, because I'm like, ooh, smoke. And I'm like, yay, candles, and let's play with ink. And anyway, it's moving swiftly on. I may have some dignity left by the end of this. Probably not, though. Anyway, so yeah, that was my little test sheet. I'm not used to working on toned paper, so it's really interesting because with toned paper, that is your mid-tone, and then you're supposed to just add highlights and shadows, so that was a very interesting experience. It got doubly interesting right about here. Oh, indeed. So the swatch sheet didn't have any coating at all, and the wallet did. I don't really know if it was like user error of me being an idiot, or just like, I don't know, maybe I handled it too much before I started like painting, and then there was, I don't know, oil from my hands on it, or if it was just a coated one that got thrown in by accident. But yeah, I learned to scrub like I have never scrubbed before. I do floors and walls now as well. Thanks if you need me for any of your scrubbing needs. Just imagine Eye of the Tiger playing here. But eventually I got the whole thing wet, and after the first coat had been put down, everything was fine. It worked out. What's life with some non-plot twists? I mean, wouldn't that be delightful and fun? But that's not the point of life, is it? Wait, I don't know. I think I lost the plot there a little bit. Anyway, be distracted by the sparkles. Yeah, that's what I do. Anyway, yeah, I'm working on being more authentic, even if it is more authentically corny. But you know what? That's what you get. That's part of the package. I'm a person who draws cute animals and makes the stupidest jokes. So yeah, I really enjoyed adding all the glitter because, I mean, it's glitter. Sadly, not a very masculine travel wallet, but women spend more money statistically on goods than men do anyway. So yeah, not to, throw gender stereotypes out there, but just, what the research shows. Yeah, and then I forgot that it was beading, and then I was like, yes, I remember. Yes, that was half an hour ago. I remember again. But it went really nicely after this. It flowed really beautifully. I got to do cute little fox toes, and that made me really, really happy. And the inspiration for the fox was actually at the beginning of this year, because I'm completely hipster. I was having a really tough time even before lockdown, and even before the corona beast was a real thing. Yeah, I'm so ahead of the time. So I was having a tough time, and one of the things I drew in my sketchbook was a tiny little forest doggo, which is what I call foxes. And I wrote on there, look after yourself the way you would look after this cute forest doggo. And it was the first time in a long time that I'd actually really connected with something that I drew. And the design is completely different to this now, but this is what that evolved from, because I thought, all of us in this trying time, and I think just in life in general, I think it's been a really good year for teaching people how to take more self-care. And I think all of us, to go back to that sentence, could do with a little bit more training in self-care and self-compassion. And yeah, that's kind of where I've been this year. And I feel like when they asked me to take part in this Arttober challenge, the hashtag is RenArttober. Just if anybody wants to take a look-see. And I just was so excited because I thought, creativity is such an underrated tool for coping, and I think it's such a nice gateway to mindfulness because, it teaches you things. Like, for example, when the fox wasn't going very well because there was that awesome plot twist of the paper being coated, and yet everything was fine because I was using a familiar medium of ink, and I was using techniques that I felt strong in. So, it's those little things where you're like, actually, I can do this. Which obviously always helps when you are doing something for charity and you're like, well, I have one wallet and I'm going to make this as awesome as possible. So anyway, it took a while to dry. So long indeed that you may have noticed that the lighting has changed. Anyway, I'm not a patient person, so many things were taught to me during the process of making this wallet. But basically, what I really liked was giving the fox a nice outline with the Posca white, which is like the whitest white. It's such a great pen. I love it to bits. The Uniball Signo is also pretty good, but I really like the tiny one, really writes on anything. And it's acrylic ink, so it's pretty stable. And then I do whiskers, because, whiskers are the best thing in the world. And yeah, there was a lot going on in my mind while I was doing this, and I was really embracing the idea of just really falling into the process. And trying new things, but also falling into things that I felt very happy and confident in. Okay, side note, how adorable is Ren's little logo? It's like a little tiny wren bird, and it's so cute, and I may have embellished it a tiny bit by giving it cute little eyes and a heart. because YOLO. So yeah, I think if anything, this year has taught me that you need to spend your attention very wisely, because I think time is the most precious commodity we have, time and health. And I think this year really, really showed that. So keeping in theme of, what have you learned this year and what you'd like to pass on, I added a tiny little wish to the back of the wallet, a little dandelion, because if wishes were kisses. And yeah, this was me playing in the garden trying to show the sparkle. It doesn't do it justice. It's like ridiculously sparkly. Anyway, have a check out on Ren's social media page. You can find me at No New Pens as always, and I love you lots. Okay, bye.